this is Helen and welcome to Modern Pepper. So today we will be making mac and cheese. We'll be making two versions. One is your regular yummy goodness creamy cheese mac and cheese, and the other is a spicy version using Korean red pepper paste called GoChuJang. And I know, but there are many of you out there, including myself, where we're eating mac and cheese and we find ourselves just putting a few dashes of tabasco sauce or sometimes sriracha on our mac and cheese. So I put together this recipe that includes a little bit of Korean red pepper paste called GoChuJang, and it's a perfect marriage between the creamy, cheesy sauce of the mac and cheese with the spiciness of the Korean GoChuJang. And Korean GoChuJang is unlike your tabasco or sriracha sauce in that it doesn't have that sharp, stinging, like vinaigrette kind of taste. It is very subtle, but it has a lot of depth in its spiciness. So this is something that I'm so excited to share with you and cook together. And now to our regular mac and cheese, what I like to do is just create a white sauce using butter and flour, so creating a roux, also known as bechamel. So my recipe for mac and cheese is super velvety. It's creamy, it's over the top. I put mascarpone cheese, I put creme fraiche with 3 other different kinds of cheeses. And the sauce itself is so yummy that you could serve it as is, like so, and maybe add some rotisserie chicken and some sweet peas to it so it becomes a meal. Or you could bake it like so. So what I like to do is put some panko breadcrumbs on top, and just for the extra sort of, mile of making it very American mac and cheese, we put some American cheese on top and we'll put it in the oven and melt it, and creates this nice seal of crunchy panko bread crust on top with the sort of chewy, salty texture of the American cheese on top. So I'm so excited about today's recipe. So as with all of my recipes, please visit modernpepper.com, where I will have a list of all the ingredients in detail, along with easy to follow step-by-step directions on how to make this recipe. So let's get started. So before we start cooking, I just wanted to quickly go over 2 ingredients with you. This is Korean red pepper paste called GoChuJang, and this is Japanese breadcrumb, and you can find both of these items at your local Korean grocery store. Now, if you don't live near a Korean grocery store, you can also order these online at Amazon.com. So make sure to visit my website at modernpepper.com, and I will have links for both of these items so that you could conveniently order them to your house. Hi everyone, so we're gonna get started on making our ooey gooey, creamy, velvety mac and cheese sauce. Yum. Make sure your frying pan is at low medium. And just gonna add a stick of butter. So it's important that your frying pan is not super hot, or else it'll start burning the butter. So we wanna just melt the butter. So now that our butter has melted nicely, this is 3 tablespoons of flour, but we're just gonna add a little bit at a time, like so. And then using the back of your spatula, just mix it and make sure that we don't have any clumps. You could certainly use a whisk too. I like to use the back of the spatula so I could just press down any lumps and then make sure it doesn't stick to the bottom of the frying pan. And then add a little bit more. And just repeat the process until all 3 tablespoons of the flour is nicely incorporated with our melted butter. So we just finished adding all 3 tablespoons of our flour, and what I'm doing is just using my spatula to make sure that nothing sticks to the bottom. Just in an S shape, just go around the pot, and I want you to bring your heat to medium now. Now we're gonna take 2 cups of milk, whole milk preferably, please, and just slowly add a little bit. Now you'll see the butter and the flour already starting to thicken. Look how pretty that looks. So our flour and melted butter is thickening nice. Look how beautiful this sauce looks. I want to taste it already. But let's finish adding our milk first. So we just finished adding all of our milk little by little. Continue moving your spatula around until you see the liquid thicken. Now while this is thickening, I'm going to add 1 bay leaf, and I'm going to take a tea bag, and you could certainly use a tea strainer if you have, a metal tea strainer if you have. I'm taking 1 garlic clove, and just make sure you crush it, put it in here, and adding half a teaspoon of dried oregano. Close the seal and dump it in here. And just submerge this tea bag. The sauce is getting creamy now that the heat is at medium. And we're gonna just take it out after 3 to 5 minutes later, because the taste of the garlic and the oregano will be sort of tucked in taste. It's not a taste that you'll taste when you eat your mac and cheese, but it's just adding a layer of subtle, yummy goodness of the garlic and aroma of the oregano to our mac and cheese sauce. And the bay leaf, I'm just keeping it in here because we could keep it in here to the end. So it's been about good 4 or 5 minutes. Look how thick our sauce is. So this is the consistency we want. So we're going to take out our tea bag here and just try to squeeze out any sauce, because we don't want to waste any of our yummy white sauce or bechamel sauce. So we're going to take this out and discard. And you'll see at this point it's also starting to bubble over a little bit. So then we're going to lower our heat back to low now. I want you to taste it. It tastes so yummy. We're going to add a little bit of fresh ground pepper and just continue mixing. So this is 2 cups of sharp cheddar cheese. Just add a little bit and just let it kind of get soaked in the sauce. Use our spatula to just mix it all up. Look how pretty that looks. Melting nicely. And add some more. Make sure to use your spatula to just incorporate the melting cheese with the rest of the sauce. And always the key important thing to do is make sure nothing is sticking to the bottom of the pan. It's a bit of a workout, but you know, it's fun. Got to work for your calories that we're going to consume soon. Now this is 2 cups of mild cheddar and moderate jack cheese, and it's really up to you, you know, if you want to change the combination of the cheeses, by all means pick your favorite cheeses and add them, but just look at the gooiness. OMG. Let's add more. Oh, the sauce is getting nice and thick. And then we're adding the rest of our cheese. Now we're gonna add 4 slices of American cheese. Your finest non-real cheese that you could buy. So always when you boil your pasta, make sure the water is piping hot in a large pot, and always make a salt bath. So add a generous amount of salt. And how much to add? If you want, you could taste it, and it should just taste salty. That's all. I'm adding about 2 pounds of pasta right now. So as soon as you add your pasta, just stir it around a little bit like so. And make sure the heat is at high, and just keep an eye on it. By the way, I'm using mini shell pasta. Our cheese sauce is almost ready. And to our final cheese, this is a cup of Parmigiano Reggiano cheese. Wow, this looks so yum. It smells incredible too. So our sauce is ready. So we're just gonna have a quick taste. Wow, look at that. It's so thick that it won't come off the spoon, and that's what we want. I could just eat like spoonfuls of this. This is so yum. Now to make our spicy mac and cheese sauce, we make the sauce exactly as the previous, and we're just adding 2 ingredients. 2 tablespoons of Korean GoChuJang or Korean red pepper paste. And then we're gonna mix this well. Make sure your heat is at low, and you'll quickly see the color change into this really pretty light red color. Look at that. Look how pretty the color is. And then we're gonna add half a teaspoon of sweet paprika. Now, if you want it extra spicy, you could certainly add cayenne pepper. But for me, this level of spiciness is ideal for my taste buds. So just mix well. Look at this. Ooey gooey Korean GoChuJang mac and cheese sauce. Yum. Hi, so we're gonna have a quick taste of our spicy Korean GoChuJang cream cheese. I can't wait to taste this. Look how thick the sauce is and pretty. I'm so sorry that I can't share this with you right now. It is just so creamy and cheesy, but that tucked in taste of the GoChuJang, it just adds a subtle spicy taste, but not that sharp vinegary taste, which would not go well with cheese. GoChuJang and the cheese sauce is like a perfect marriage. They just complement each other and love each other. Anyway, this is so good. Yum. Now our pasta's ready, and it's important to cook your pasta so that it's al dente. We don't want to overcook it. So each sauce will get about a pound of pasta, and it's okay if we're adding a little bit of the pasta water to our sauce. Oh wow. Oh my goodness. This looks so good. Oh. To make it extra decadent, I added half a cup of creme fraiche and a half a cup of mascarpone cheese. And mascarpone cheese is typically used for Italian desserts, but this is a great complement to just make it extra decadent and over the top, ooey gooey, creamy mac and cheese. Shh. Do you hear that? That's the sound of happiness. You heard that, right? That is the sound of happiness in your mouth soon. Just look at that. Oh my God, that is so decadent. I just have to sneak in a forkful of this. Look at that. I almost don't want to share with you because it's so good. I'm going to eat it all before my children come home too. Oh my God, this is really good. Now we're going to mix our spicy GoChuJang cheese cream sauce. I wonder if you could hear the sound that I'm hearing. It's like the pasta is saying, hello friend. I'm so happy to meet you, my cheese sauce. Wow. Not only does it look gooey, but it sounds gooey. Like you could hear the sound of gooiness, just the sound of the cheese and pasta just mixing together. This is your spicy, creamy, cheesy mac and cheese sauce. Hi, I'm sneaking in a bite. This is so decadent and over the top delicious looking. Okay, it's hot, so you have to be careful. This is a perfect balance of that rich, heavy, cheesy taste with the subtle, spicy taste of the GoChuJang. It's like a perfect marriage made in heaven. And it keeps on giving me that spiciness in my mouth. This is really yummy. I hope you try this at home. And only share it with people you really, really, really like, okay? After you mix all the ingredients in the pot, it is really important to transfer your luxurious mac and cheese into a serving bowl, because if you leave your pasta in your pan or the pot that you are using, you're going to undo all the hard work, because we cooked our pasta al dente. But if you leave the pasta in there with the sauce in the pan and let it cool down in there, it will wind up being a spongy, bloated, creamy cheese. Actually, that doesn't sound that bad, but anyway. So it's very, very important to transfer your mac and cheese into a big serving bowl and let it cool down here, and you could store it away or serve it to your family. You could serve it as is, and maybe I would add a little bit of rotisserie chicken meat on top, and then maybe add some sweet peas, and that'll just cover your vegetables and your protein, and then your over-the-top pasta that your children and your family and your friends will probably love and thank you for. I'm sorry, I was just drooling in my mouth because I'm just staring at these two over-the-top mac and cheeses, and I just want to eat both of them right now, but I won't. So come take a look. I mean, which one do you eat first? I don't know. I eat you first, and then you next, and then I eat you again, and then that. Anyway, so what I like to do is create a nice crust on top. So I put some panko breadcrumbs on top, and you know, you could put as little as you want or as much as you want. It's like snow falling on top of our creamy mac and cheese. So this is optional. Take your American sliced cheese, lay it across, and then some butter on top. I know what you're thinking, but you know, we're gonna make it as good as the way it tastes at restaurants. There are many reasons why foods at restaurants taste so good, and one of them is they put a lot of butter on things. I read somewhere that on average, when you go out to eat, you're eating about a stick of butter. I mean, that's why vegetables taste so good, bread tastes so good, everything tastes so good. So here we go, it's ready. So we're gonna put these in the oven at 350 just until the cheese melts and you see a little bit of a golden crust on top, then it's ready. So are you ready to taste our mac and cheese? Look how decadent and creamy this mac and cheese looks. And you could taste the crunchy panko breadcrumbs with the chewy American cheese on top. Can you say ah? I'll feed you. Say ah. Are you ready to taste our spicy mac and cheese made with Korean GoChuJang? Let me make a perfect bite for you. Look at that. Can you see the panko breadcrumbs and the creamy spicy cheese sauce all over our perfectly al dente pasta? And to top it off, a nice piece of our chewy American cheese on top. I really wish I could feed you and give you a bite full of this, because this is just so yummy and the perfect marriage between the spiciness of the Korean red pepper paste and the cheesy, creamy mac and cheese sauce is just a perfect marriage made in heaven. Now say ah so I could feed you. Say ah. Yum. Thank you so much for watching. I look forward to cooking with you soon again. I upload new videos every Thursday, so please do subscribe to my channel, which is a red button right below this video box. And you could also find me on Facebook at fb.com/modernpepper. So make sure to also please check out my Facebook page. And if you have any comments or questions, make sure to please leave me a line or two below. And I look forward to seeing you soon. And until next time, happy eating. Bye now.